Yeah. Only in the UFC. I forgot. Sorry.
Wild Thing. Test, check, 1, 2. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, John. Test, test, test. The girls kid whatever they call it, the tournament of the league for the kids girls, they left pins all over the place today. Test, 1, 2. Check, check, check.
Got one of these for Dan and Gameday?
He's got one. I got another one here for his dad. One for you too, sir. Did you say barbecue? Test, 1, 2. Check, check, check. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Check. Test, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Hey, we're white. We're white. Get through screen. Porter, get through these. Porter, get through
Dun,
them.
dun, 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 dun. 1, 2, John. Hope you can hear us.
John, are you there?
Javante signed at Montana State this week.
Oh, for football?
Yeah.
Heck of a wide receiver.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com. Whether you're in need of timber frame buildings, estate entrances, trusses, pergolas, pavilions, or gazebos, the craftsmanship at Milestone Timberworks reflects our passion and commitment of building for the future. At the beginning and end of the day, it's about achieving the
This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. The following is a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting. It's time for Preston Indian Sports. This game is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. This is the Preston Indian Crumble Cookie pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach, look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. The pregame show is sponsored by Crumble Cookie, bringing friends and families together over the world's best cookies. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and on mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome here to Preston Gym, as tonight the Preston Indians will play host to the Blackfoot Broncos. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller. John Slaughter here as our video coordinator tonight. John Beverly back in the studio. And Don Hubbard's here as our stage manager tonight as well, as the Indians get ready to take on the Blackfoot Broncos. First of two meetings on the year, as last year the two teams split the two games, both winning on their home floors. But the win by the Broncos last year snapped a long winning streak against them by the Indians. We'll talk more about that coming up when we get to the scene set coming up in here in just a couple of minutes. For the Indians, they coming in after a nice win against Burley. They've won 2 in a row and 7 of the last 8 overall, and they come into the game here tonight with an overall record of 11-2. The Broncos are 4-4, 2-0 in conference play so far this year, and they're off to a very good start as well, as they're in that probably the toughest conference you can be in, having to share the conference with the Hillcrest Knights. So certainly they have their work cut out for them as they can run their way through the rest of the season as well. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. When we do, we'll sit down with Lyle Fuller. We'll have our North Stars Ultimate Outdoor Scene set. We'll do that as we continue right after this.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
105.5 FM KACH.
Hi, we're Braden and Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
We're Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jan Stone with Northern Title of Preston, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Bill Chambers from North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Larson. I'm with HK Auto, and we are Dayton Proud and Idaho Strong.
We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Welcome back here to the Crumble Cookie pregame show this evening. As you take a look at the clock winding us down toward the opening tip of tonight's game, we're about 15 minutes away. As we'll continue on here on the pregame show, as it's time now for the North Star Ultimate Outdoor Scene Set. Remember, you can get ready for your next outdoor adventure by stopping by, seeing the folks at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. As Lyle Fuller joins me here on the broadcast here this evening. And Lyle, Preston's coming off a couple of nice wins here back-to-back after that loss, as they're on a pretty good roll now as they head into their final tune-up tonight before district play starts.
Yeah, as you look at the record and the two losses, Hillcrest is going to beat about anybody in the state. Not to say that we can't beat them, but that's maybe the best team in the state right now. And then we have a loss to a 6A Syracuse Utah team as well. Coming on a short turnaround here, we had game here Thursday night, so and Blackfoot's a team that I think you'd prefer to have a little more time to prep for, just because of their what I call kind of a helter-skelter pressure style of defense. You have to make sure that you have your press breaker set and make sure that your guys are ready to handle the ball and talk and communicate and all those things. But this is a good Blackfoot team, and they have a lot of size, a lot of athletic ability, and I think Preston will have their hands full here tonight.
For Blackfoot, they return 4 of their starters from last year: Deegan Hale, Colby Botkin, Ryan Reynolds, and of course the big guy who leads them in scoring, Javante King, who's headed to Montana State to play football next year.
Yeah, Javante, just an outstanding all-around athlete, about 6'5", a very smooth, really fine outside shooter and perimeter player. He's not someone who's going to camp out in the low block with his back to the basket, but he can score in a variety of ways, and Preston will have his hands full. I'm not sure who will draw the initial assignment on King. Probably Cade Lords, I would guess, would draw the initial defensive assignment, but got to keep an eye on him.
The 4 wins that Blackfoot has so far this year, they've beaten Capital, they beat Madison, and then they beat Shelley and Idaho Falls in district play. They got started early on their district games.
Yeah, they come in, 4-4, but they've played a whole lot of 5A teams. Madison is certainly no slouch of a team, so I think they split with Madison. So this is a good team, and a lot of people expected them to be just kind of right there behind Hillcrest in preseason in terms of their conference. So certainly a team that comes in with legitimate aspirations, the Broncos do, about making it a state tournament and making some noise this year.
Last time these two teams met was the second meeting of the year, was up in Blackfoot last year, and Blackfoot came away with a 70-66 win that snapped a 13-game winning streak head-to-head for the Indians against Blackfoot.
Yeah, and Blackfoot, they were kind of down as a program there for a while, but they're coming back. They're a bigger 4A school, so a pretty good student body to choose from, and I think Coach Harvey's got them, playing it like a kind of a high-pressure, fast-paced kind of style that kids enjoy playing, and he's trying to get things turned around. In terms of program victories, I would just note that the Preston JV did notch a 71-44 win, so. Right. Great job by our JV guys there to get the evening going that way.
So when you look back to between these two schools, you go all the way back to 2005. They have met a total of 33 times. And during that time, as you mentioned, they were kind of down as a program. Preston has beaten Blackfoot 23 of 33 times head-to-head since 2005.
Wow, yeah. And, the other thing that occurs to me, Dan, is if as has been rumored, and this is rumor, not breaking news. We don't need a breaking news sound here. If Pocatello continues to grow and gets kicked up to 5A, there's better than even chance that Preston and Century would end up in the same district as Blackfoot, Hillcrest, and all those guys up there. So this may be a district game before too many years in the future.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting scenario to follow over the summer indeed. So we'll take a time out. This has been The Scene Set, brought to you by North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. You're listening to Preston Indians basketball, brought to you by Bailey Beckstedt Real Estate Team, here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. We'll come back with more after this.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com. Hey ladies, when you're looking to freshen up your wardrobe, there is no need to travel to the big city shopping centers or the dreaded mall. Stay local and head to Magnolia Road in downtown Preston. They offer great prices on the cutest tops, bottoms, sweaters, shoes and boots, and other accessory items. And best of all, everything is size inclusive from small to 3XL. When you shop local, everything you spend stays right here in Preston and Franklin County. Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street in downtown Preston.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, no interview this evening as Coach Jones was busy before the game. Gives us a chance to talk here for a minute, Lyle, about the latest edition of the IdahoSports.com coaches poll that came out a couple of days ago. Top four really remain the same. They have the last couple of weeks. That's Hillcrest at number 1. Pocatello, who we'll see next week, is number 2. Preston is 3. Even though Pocatello and Preston have the same win record, Preston with a couple of losses. Minico's 3rd. Jerome leapfrogs Blackfoot into the 5 spot, and Blackfoot falls down to 6.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Of course, we saw Jerome here at the Preston Indian Classic tournament a few weeks ago. They have a good team. They certainly graduated a lot of their good players, and they had their really good guard, got an ACL tear, but good coach there. Coach Messick does a great job with that program. But, so it's a hair's breadth away from being a top 5 matchup here tonight. And so just looking around, I think we have a pretty good crowd coming in, but still more room here in the Preston gym. Should be a great game if folks want to come watch a couple of the best 4A programs in the state go at it here tonight.
This is the Crumble Cookie pregame show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, look at some other games going on around the eastern part of the state coming up here tonight as we continue on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County. Some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Welcome back. This is the Crumble Cookie pregame show as we count down to the opening tip of the Preston Indians against the Blackfoot Broncos here at Preston Gym tonight. Time to take a look at other games going on around the eastern part of the state as the number one team in the 4A division, the Hillcrest Knights, will be at Thunder Ridge tonight. Second-ranked Pocatello is at home as they entertain Shelley. Number 5-ranked Rigby is also at home tonight as they will play host to Idaho Falls. Madison will be at Skyline. Mountain Home goes on the road as they'll come across to Pocatello tonight to take on Highland. The number 2 team in the 3A division, Marsh Valley, hits the road as they go to South Fremont. Number 4 team in 4A, Minico, will be at Ridgeview this evening. Raft River will be at Aberdeen, and Caldwell will also be on the road as they will be at Wood River this evening. The Crumble Cookie pregame show continues after this timeout. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at MyLocalRadio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston Indian Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. By Crumble Cookie, bringing friends and families together over the world's best cookies. By West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. By Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in town. By Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. By Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. By Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car or truck running strong. By Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. By Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tire in North Logan. For tires, brakes, shocks, or alignment, there's only one stop. It's Les Schwab Tire in North Logan. By North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. By Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. By Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. By Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. By Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily at Northern Title. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and Preston High School Athletics, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting, LLC is strictly prohibited. And welcome back here to Preston Gym as the Indians get ready to take on the Blackfoot Broncos here tonight. It's just a minute or so away from the national anthem. It gives us a chance here, Lyle, to talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by Naylor Insurance.
Yeah, to me, the biggest keys are the two P's tonight, pace and poise. Are we going to keep our poise against their press and against their pressure? Are we going to play at our pace or theirs? And, you know, in the words of John Wooden, I believe it was, be quick but don't hurry. Break the press, be aggressive, don't get passive on it, but don't let them speed you up either.
The keys to the game brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by and find out how you can save at 223 North State Street here in Preston. Opening lineups in the tip-off to tonight's game coming up right after this.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa J's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa J's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa J's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa J's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's time to meet tonight's starting lineup for the Preston Indians. The starting lineup is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Cam Hobbs, Sr., Franklin, Idaho.
Cade Lords, Sr., Preston, Idaho.
Will Hamblin, Sr., Riverdale, Idaho.
Drew Jones, Jr., Preston, Idaho.
Tate Hess, Sr., Preston, Idaho.
To find out how Webb Funeral Home can be of service to you in your time of need, call 208-852-0533 or check out their website at webbmortuary.com.
King living at the free throw line here in the early going at quarter number 1. Attempt his 5th free throw of the game here, 2.5 minutes in.
So 6-0. The Blackfoot Broncos on top.
I thought he already shot one.
I thought he did too.
What happened?
There was a layup. Why they give him 3 shots?
I wonder if it was a lane violation.
Yeah, that could have been, because he missed the first one. He ends up making 2. He has 5, and it's 8-0 Broncos, and then Jones wants a timeout. Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, remember when it's time to update your look, go by Magnolia Road in downtown Preston. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Blackfoot comes out of the timeout with full court pressure, knocked the ball away, but it's going to stay with the Indians. They'll have it in the front court over on the far side of the floor as they get it in the backcourt as it comes to Jones. Drew gets it up into the front court. Preston scoreless through the first 2.5 minutes of the game. They trail 8-0. Hobbs dribbles through the feet. Comes down low, down on the left block. His shot no good there. There's King up high for another rebound. Javante will push up into the front court. His pass is deflected. Ends up back down low as it comes to Botkin. Back outside to King. Top of the key. Tries to turn, spin, lobs it inside as it comes to Reynolds down on the block. Foul inside again on Hamlin this time.
Yeah, Reynolds had a mismatch down there. Hamlin tried to prevent the layup. Picks up the foul. That's 4 quick fouls on the Indians here in the first half, in the first 3 minutes of the first quarter.
So Reynolds will go to the free throw line. Reynolds hasn't been there much. In fact, that's only his 15th free throw of the year. He misses that one. He was 7 for 14 coming into the game here tonight, as he comes up short on that first attempt. And he'll put up the second. Second one's too long, but he gets his own rebound and then loses the ball. Picked up by Jones. Pushes it up into the front court. Slows it down as the defenders are back. He'll back the ball back out on the angle left. Listens to Dad behind him yelling out instructions as it comes to Hamlin. Harris into the game now for the Indians, replacing Lords with his 2 fouls. Down on the post, it comes to Hess. Turns in the paint. Left-hand layup. Good, in the foul.
There we go. Finally on the scoreboard. The Indians have been getting good shots. They just haven't been falling. And then that one falls for Hess. He'll get a chance to cash in the old-fashioned three-point play.
Foul's going to go on. Well, originally they put up Reynolds. Now they say it's on Botkin. So the first foul on Botkin. That's 3 now on Blackfoot as a team. And Hess will go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play, which he does. He gets the nice bounce. So 8-3, Blackfoot leading on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Up into the front court, King, a 3 from the left side is good.
A press break right into a corner or angle 3 there. King, tough shot.
11-3 as Hobbs gets it back up in the front court. Lay it off to Hess. Hess charging, foul on Hess. That's his first. That's 5 on the Indians.
Yeah, you can see a little frustration on Hess's face. He got that charging foul. He's missed a couple right at the rim. He looks at Coach Jones and says, I'm good. Leave me in. I'm good. So
I can understand the frustrations. These officials have been all over the place in the first 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, and that's part of that helter-skelter style. Blackfoot likes to get you in, get the officials in.
Thompson has it up in the front court. Hess pops way out to cut off the ball. Comes to Botkin. Give it back to King straight away. Top of the key, comes from behind the screen, bounces it down low. Whitney just into the game, misses the layup, and the rebound inside. Hold on, and guess what? Another whistle.
Or are they calling basket interference? Someone touched the net while the ball was circling the rim. He's counting the basket.
Yes, they are.
They missed the same call on the other end a few minutes ago.
That's exactly what Jones is telling him. Jones is right up in his face. He can't believe the call.
Yeah.
They're going to call the basket interference, and now the official tells Jones to get back. Yeah. As it'll be basket interference, and the ball goes to the Indians, and Jones takes up his conversation with the other official, saying, "What are you guys looking at?" Yeah. So it's 13-3. Blackfoot leads by 10 halfway through quarter number 1. So Jones into the front court. Gets it back to Hobson. Hobson will give it to Harris. Hess way out. Gives it back to Hobbs. Left-hand layup is good. Cams with his first 2 points makes it 13-5 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard.
A good pass by Hess. Little backdoor cut by Hobbs.
Botkin gives it to Deegan Hale. Hale playing in only his 3rd game this year. He had 4 teeth knocked out in the first game of the year. Back to Hale in the corner. 3-pointer is too long. Tapped there, tapped again. Rebound inside, comes back to Whitney. They hand it back to Hale. Kick it back outside, and you throw it into the backcourt. This will be a backcourt violation, and Preston will get the ball.
Yeah, it's getting extremely physical under the basket. Both teams, a lot of pushing and shoving, positioning for rebounding down there.
So Jones will bring it in out here at midcourt. 3:17 to play here in the first quarter. Preston trails by 8, 13-5 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Hobbs on the angle left, gives it back over to Jones. He'll look at a 3, good. That'll get you back into the game as Jones hits the 3.
Big shot.
Back up in the front court, quickly driving the baseline. The layup there is no good by Grimmett. Harris has the rebound. He'll bring it back up in the front court for the Indians. 13-8. They've cut the lead back down to 5. It was 10 just a moment ago.
The Indians dodged the bullet. Grimmett wide open on the 3. Just missed it.
Hess way out top of the key
on the layup.
Receive the pass. Now Hobbs will try a 3. That needs a bounce, won't get it. And foul inside. That's going to go on Hess, I think. No, hold on. Now they're going to change it. Now he's going to give it to the Indians.
Yeah, they're going the wrong way on that one.
Foul is on Javante King. King gave Hess a pretty good shove on the rebound. As now the Clint Avery, the head coach of the Blackfoot Broncos, wants to have a word with the officials as they get it in, as it comes into Jones, as King pops way out on him.
They have a mismatch with Hess. If they can find him, shorter guy on him.
They got Hale on him. Inside it goes to Hess, and Deegan's going to get called for a holding foul, I believe, here. Yep, foul's going to go on Deegan Hale. Common foul, ball out of bounds for the Indians. 2:22 to play here in the first. The Indians still trail by 5. Down low to Harris. Tries to run in, get a bump to get some operating room, then lost the ball as it was stripped from behind. They get it back to Hale, back up in the front court as it comes to King right in front of the Preston bench. Back to Hale in the corner, wants to drive, and they're kind of a reach-in foul here, and it's going to go on Jones.
Get it on the floor on the drive, yeah. What do we have, 11 fouls called?
We have 11 fouls called and not quite 6 minutes of play.
It's a hack fest. What's a physical game, but the refs are calling it that way too.
They didn't pay the money to come see the striped shirts. As it comes into King, whip it back outside as it comes to Bodkin. And the offensive foul.
Yeah, it's a moving screen. He stuck his whole back end out.
Foul will go on Jackson Grimmett. That's his first. That's 6 now on each team. Again, not quite 6 minutes into the quarter.
Yeah, it's a good sign for the Indians if the refs will watch that. That 5-out offense depends on a lot of cutting and screening away and setting hard screens.
Caden Larson into the game here for the Indians. He gives it to Hobbs as Cam walks it up into the front court. They'll let Larson come through as the cutter. Now whip it back down low, right through the hands of Hess and out of bounds.
Yeah, he said just right through his hands.
A little too much mustard on the pass. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. There's Bodkin up into the front court, gives it back to King right in front of the Preston bench again as Harris pops out on him. King wants to drive, cuts hard to the basket and gets the soft roll.
Another drive that started 25 feet out.
King's got 9 here in the first half, and Jones has another 3. Drew Jones from the deep right corner hits a 3. It's 15-11, Preston trailing by 4. Kick it back outside again. A 3 from the right corner, put up there by Whitney, no good. Rebound controlled there, punched back down low, knocked away, taken away by the Indians as Whitney lost control of the ball. Hobbs comes back up to the front court, 1 minute to play here in the quarter. Preston trails by 4, 15-11 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Larson, a 3 from the right corner, needs a bounce, won't get it. Long rebound comes back to Jones. Standing in the three-point country, he'll take another one. That's no good. And King has the rebound with 45 seconds to play. He'll push it back up into the front court. Hess almost knocked it away. Back to Grimmett. His 3 is no good. Rebound comes back to Hale and a foul.
Hale and Drew Jones were having a best 2 falls out of 3 wrestling match down there. The refs are going to call Hale for that, and Hale can't believe it. It's been getting just more and more physical under the basket, and not for the faint of heart.
They actually called the foul underneath on Bodkin, so Preston's going to get the ball.
Okay, yeah. So the Indians will get a chance with 38 seconds.
Bodkin was sitting on his wallet in the paint, saying, "How can that possibly be on me?" And it's going to be 1-1 now. Is that 17 fouls against the Broncos?
That should send Drew to the line, yeah.
And it's going to send Drew Jones to the line to shoot 1-1 with 38 seconds left in the quarter. Preston as a team, as Coach Jones mentioned the other night, struggling a little bit. They like to be around 70% from the free throw line. They're at 58% at the start of the play tonight. And for Jones, as the first one is good. For Drew, he is high man on the team at 78% from the free throw line.
7 points here in the first quarter so far, with 1 more free throw coming.
Next one by Jones, good again. We apologize again for no video tonight. We have a little camera snafu. We're still trying to get that fixed for you. As in the backcourt, Hale has it, gets it up into the front court. He threw it away. He threw it into the Preston bench. They get it back. They can tie the game with a 2 here with 30 seconds left.
After going down 8-0 to start the first quarter, the Indians on a 13-7 run here.
So Hobbs will bring it up. Shot clock is off. Up into the front court. Hobbs comes to the left side as it comes to Larson. Doesn't take the 3. Back out top to Harris. Swing it back over in the right corner, back to Hobbs. Hobbs will back it back into the three-point area again. 10 seconds on the clock. Back to Jones. And a holding foul as Robinson reached out and grabbed Jones as he was going to go baseline on him. First foul there, and it's going to give Jones another 1-1 here with 9 seconds left.
Drew doing a good job of aggressively hunting for his shot here in this first quarter. We've needed every one of those points.
Jones's first free throw is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston and in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market on State Street in Preston. So here's Jones with another free throw, can tie the game here with 9.5 left in the first. His shot is good, and indeed we are tied at 15 with 9 seconds left. Here's Robinson, gives it to King up into the front court. Javante wants to drive, pulls up, his shot is no good. Rebound comes to Hobbs and just kind of lets it fly from the back court. Should have taken one more step. Grimmett probably would have got a blocking foul. But you never know what they would have called, no matter what. So we're even at 15 after the first quarter here tonight. We'll go to the second. Game's brought to you by Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team. It's a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com. There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
At the Worm Creek Opera House this weekend, the movie showing is Avatar. If you want tickets or showtime information, look them up on their website at wormcreek.org. Tied at 15 through the first quarter of tonight's game, Lyle, and a total of 14 fouls called by the officials.
Each team with 15 points, the refs with 14 fouls, keeping right up with the teams there. But not what you want to see necessarily. They do need to rein it in under the basket a little bit, just getting very, very physical. Guys throwing each other around and trying to position for rebound position in there.
So Blackfoot has the ball to start the second quarter. And they continue to go from left to right across your radio dial here in the first half. Just dressed in their green road uniforms, Preston in their home whites. As it comes to Grommet, holds it up, swings it back over to King. Now all the way back down low. Nice pass down low. And there's Whitney with a little short 5-foot jumper to get his first points of the game and give the lead back.
Yeah, Preston just not quite talking enough. Lost a guy on the baseline there in that zone.
Jones looks down the right side. He bounces it down low. Hess has it. Wants to back in. Starts left. Turns left. That should be another that should be another goaltend because it hit the glass.
Yeah, I thought he had on the glass first before King came over.
So King with a second block, questionable as it might be, and Dan Hess is telling him that ball was off the glass before he touched it. That's a goaltend. They didn't call it.
Yeah, King with the late double team to block the shot there.
Hobbs to bring it in as the Indians have the ball underneath the basket. It comes to Harris from the right elbow. 15-footer is good. Cruz with his first points of the game. We're tied again at 17. As driving all the way. Oh, nice little spinning move there by Whitney. Gets the layup from the reverse side. And it's 19-17. Blackfoot back on top on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Hobbs to Harris. As King came out to try to intercept the pass and he couldn't get to it. Layup is no good. Hess had it, lost it. Then they knock it away again. Still loose underneath. And Blackfoot wants a timeout called by the bench. Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, you're looking for a top, bottom, shoes, or boots, or many accessories. They have them there at Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street here in Preston.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Well, Blackfoot has the ball back up into the front court, driving, runs over Jones as Hale missed the layup. As here comes Hobbs again back up in the front court. Harris has it, bounces it down low as it comes to Hess. Hess hands it to Harris. Going by, reverse layup is good.
Beautiful give and go.
Crafty move by Hess. He realizes they're going to collapse on him as soon as he turns, so he handed it to Hess for the reverse layup, or Harris rather.
That was a pretty play.
Anderson into the game for the first time. Hale back outside to Whitney. Doesn't shoot it. Kick it back out. Driving there is Grommet from 14. Hits it from straight away. So Grommet makes it a 21-19 game on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. As once again, Hobbs gives it off to Jones. Jones holds, doesn't shoot it. Harris comes out to get it. Now he'll turn, face the basket. He doesn't shoot it either. Goes in the corner to Hobbs. Here's a three-pointer put up here by Hamlin. May have been partially deflected, and King ends up with it coming out of the backcourt. 5.5 to play here in the first half. 21-19, Blackfoot on top as they'll set up the offense. Grummet cuts over to the left side. Hale holds it there, gives it to Grummet. Free throw line extended left. Whitney whips it back to Anderson, top of the key. Back down low to Grummet. Inside, a little short jump shot there by Whitney. That's too short and comes away with it. Does Jones with the rebound, pushes it back up into the front court. Jones from three, looks good, needs a bounce, won't get it. Javante King up high to grab the rebound. Preston still remains down by 2. King driving all the way, weaves a pass all the way through to Hale in three-point country over on the left side. That's no good. As King takes a body flop and no call by the official standing right in front of him. Hobbs drives, puts it up and in, tied at 21.
It looks like we have a player hurt here.
As that is Carter Anderson.
It's like a shot to the chest, the breadbasket there.
Took one right in the solar plexus and trying to catch his breath as the parent comes out to talk to him, or a coach, as he'll come back over to the bench, as he will come out here to make sure he's okay. After what's happened in the last week or so, you get a shot to the chest like that, you got to make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, everybody holds their breath a little bit, gets a little nervous.
Ball comes into King, 4:30 to play here in the first half. 21-21 tie. We've been tied 4 times here in the first half with 4 different lead changes.
There you go,
Bad
Cruz.
pass. Harris takes it away. Cruz is fouled from behind and gets the layup. Whitney thought he was going to go for the block and got him with the body. He still made the layup, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Harris with the steal and drove in really hard. Looked like he was going to dunk it. I think his hand actually hit the rim as he made the shot.
Preston with their first lead of the game. Makes it 23-21, and Harris's free throw is short. Yeah, I think he did hit the rim with his hand, because after he shot the free throw, he's coming around trying to shake the bees out of his hand like he just got sawed off by a hard fastball. Here's Botkin up into the front court. Preston leading for the first time, 23-21. Whitney gives it back to King on the angle left. Now wants to drive down the middle, pulls up short, shoots over Hess, no good. Rebound tap as it comes to Jones. Drew pushes in a hurry back up into the front court. He'll hand it to Hess. Cruz wants to drive, lays it off to Hess, and that'll be a held ball. And it's going to stay with the Indians.
Yeah, Harris trying to make the right pass, but you get it to the big man down on his knees, it's going to be a held ball a lot of times. Keep it up high.
Larson to bring it in for the Indians. He'll lob it in to Harris. Out to the top of the key, gives it back to Larson. Hamlin in the corner, doesn't take it. To Hess, down on the right block. Turns inside, and a foul before the shot. As Whitney, I think, got him with the body is what they're saying. Yep, it's going to be on Whitney. That's going to be their second.
Double bonus.
That's 10 now on the Broncos. And it'll be a double bonus, as you mentioned, Lyle. So Hess will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Tonight's game brought to you by Evergreen Financial. Planning your financial future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial here in Preston. As you can set up your appointment online at evergreenfinancialpartners.com as Hess makes the first of the 2 free throws. Preston's lead now is 3, 24-21. And Hess will try another. Makes them both. He has 5 here in the first half. Preston's lead is 4, 25-21 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Hale, top of the key. Started to penetrate. Now he'll back it back out. As he holds, he gives it off there. Back to Copson. Now Botkin has it on the angle right. Comes around the screen. Bodied there by Hobbs. He'll give it back to Copson. Back to the top of the key again. Whitney has it. Looks inside. They're searching for something to do with the ball now with King sitting on the bench.
Yeah,
the three-pointers and an air ball from the left corner picked up there by Whitney. As the layup down low, they get it to Botkin. And
right as the shot clock is going to go.
As Preston's lead down to 2, 25-23. Hobbs takes his time, bringing it back up into the front court. Inside to Hess. Hess turns, short jumper in the lane is good. He's starting to get his feet under him a little bit now. He's got 7.
Yeah, he's getting rolling a little bit.
Up into the front court. Reynolds gives it back to Hale. Three-pointer from the corner there. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Hess had the rebound, then had it punched away from him, and it's going to go back to the Indians. As Deegan Hale punched it away and then came back to try to grab it and missed it and lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, Cruz Harris down there battling for that board.
King stays on the bench. Back full court pressure again here for the Broncos as they get it in to Harris, who will give it back to Hobbs. As the pressure backs off, so do the Indians. As back up into the front court, Harris to Jones, top of the key, wants to drive, penetrates into the paint, little scoop shot around a man is no good, and it's going to go on Hess as he comes around. It'll be a loose ball foul on Tate, and that'll be 2 on him.
Yeah, trying to be aggressive and get the offensive rebound, just come over the back.
So Titan Knapp will come in for Hess as he goes to the bench. And that's immediately going to get Javonte King back up and on the floor as Hess goes to the bench.
Yeah, Knapp, about 6'4", the junior.
There's Reynolds. Reynolds at the free throw line. We mentioned before, 50%er on the year. First one is good as it rolls in. The officials talking to Knapp and to King already. They've been on the floor.
Right.
No time has run off the clock, and they're already wrestling. Second one put up and is good again by Reynolds. So Reynolds makes them both. Back to a 2-point game again, 27-25. Jones gives it to Hobbs. Now back to Jones up into the front court. Holds it there. Looking for somebody to move. Finally, it comes to Hobbs. Lines up a 3 from the left side. No good. And the rebound comes off to King after a deflect off of a couple of hands of Indians. Here comes King up the floor. Hesitates. Dumps it back off to Reynolds. Taken away by the Indians. Here they come back the other way. 3-on-2. As Larson's pass is intercepted. And Hobbs goes up with a volleyball spike and hits it back up into the front court because King was going to have it for a jam.
Wild sequence. What a play by Hobbs.
As the shot is blocked, as it was Hale came across and got a piece of the three-pointer put up by Jones. Nobody knew it. Everybody was looking up in the sky waiting for the rebound, and the ball fell untouched out of bounds. Minute and a half to play here in the first half. Preston up 27-25. Botkin holding, wants to drive all the way through an opening, missed the layup as he missed it short. Kind of miscounted his steps as it comes back to Larson. Looks at a 3, no good. Hale has the rebound. One-shot trip for the Indians. As quickly back up the floor again the other way. Reynolds has it down low, easy layup, and we're tied again at 27.
Yeah, Jones is saying calm down a little bit. Let's not get sped up.
Getting a little hectic and frantic here in the final minute. 50 seconds to play here in the first half. Harris drives, spins, bumps into King. Now pushes off on King. Fall away jumper is no good. Javonte has the rebound. He'll come up the floor, lay it off on the far side, and little lob pass to Reynolds, who gets the layup, and it is the Broncos back up into the lead again, as it's now 27 27. And the Broncos call a full timeout, brought to you by Magnolia Road. Remember, this timeout, you update your look, ladies, at Magnolia Road on State Street in downtown Preston. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate team presentation of Preston Indian basketball here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
They're at halftime. Lyle and the Westside girls are leading at Aberdeen, leading by the score of 23-6.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the Westside girls are a formidable team this year. Off to a good start.
Got a bunch of other games going on. We'll try to catch up on some scores with you coming up, especially at the halftime break. So Preston has the ball. 37 seconds to play here in the half. Got a fresh 35 on the shot clock as they trail 29-27 as it comes to Hobbs in the front court. Hale stumbles, almost goes down as Hobbs gets the free walk into the front court. He'll hold it there outside as the clock runs. Jones yelling out instructions from the bench. Hobbs, top of the key. Splits through a double team. Goes to Hamlin in the corner. Looks at a three. It's short as he's short again after making 4 out of 5 the other night. As it comes to Hale, he'll give it off to King with 10 seconds to play in the half. Javante will hold out near the timeline. Peeks up at the clock with 6, with 5. Offensive fouls. He runs over Hobbs.
Hobbs played that one just perfectly. Read it all the way.
So Preston has 4 seconds here to get a point. Trying to get even going into the halftime break as King leaves so he doesn't pick up a third foul before the end of the half. So they're going to pressure the ball as it comes to Hobbs. Gets it up into the front court. Cam to Hamlin. 3 is his block. As coming onto the floor was Grimmett. Got a hand on it to block the shot. So Preston fought back to get a lead. However, they trail by 2 as we go to the halftime break. It's Blackfoot 29, Preston 27 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Halftime activities brought to you by Level 10 Life. We'll go there coming up on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com. With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry, driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity. Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, welcome back. We are at halftime as the Blackfoot Broncos outscore the Indians by 2 in the second quarter and take a 2-point lead into the halftime break. It's 29-27, and this is the Level 10 halftime report. Level 10 Life will help you reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Find out more at level10lifecoach.com. Kind of a ragged and hairy first half at both ends.
Yeah, the Indians go down 8-0 to start the half, and then come roaring back, take a slight lead, and go down in the breakdown too. But some of the things we talked about in the pregame, we had some uncharacteristic turnovers maybe, and some things that need to clean up. Their press hasn't really bothered us as much. It's more so just in those kind of broken play situations that they steal the ball or we throw a bad pass. And, I think we can clean those things up, and the Indians have been getting, I think, a lot of shots we want to get. The three-pointers in particular just have not been falling, but a lot of those have been good shots. And you got credit Blackfoot for blocking 2 of our three-point shots as well. So,
yep, and inside they're double teaming Tate Hess well down low as they'll have somebody guarding him, and as he starts to make a move to the hoop, Javonte King will come over and got a couple of blocks down low that way too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see in the second half if Hess can start putting a lot of foul pressure on those guys as he continues to make those strong moves. And Cruz Harris as well is a guy that goes in and picks up fouls on the opposition in the low post. So we'll see if we can maybe put some foul trouble on their big guys too.
Speaking of foul trouble, 20 fouls called in the first half by the officials.
Yeah, that's just trouble overall. But it's a physical game, a rough game. A lot of good athletes making athletic plays, jumping around and bouncing off each other. But the Indians shot well from the free throw line in that first half, and hopefully that'll continue in the second half if they continue to get to go that often.
We'll take a look at the stats from the first half when we come back. This is the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, let's take a look at the stats from the first half, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364. For the Broncos, in the first half, it was Jackson Grimmett with 2 points. Javante King led all scorers in the first half with a dozen. Dax Whitney had 4. 6 points for Colby Bodkin and 7 for Ryan Reynolds in the first half.
Indians overall, Dan, go 7 out of 14 on 2-point field goals, 2 for 13 on threes, and 7 for 7 for the line. Individual scoring, Cam Hobbs with 4 points in that first half. He goes 2 for 4 and 0 for 2 on threes. I have Cam with 3 assists in that first half, 2 rebounds as well. Drew Jones goes 2 for 5 on threes and 4 for 4 from the line. Leads the Indians in scoring with 10 points in that first half. Tate Hess had 7 points. He goes 2 for 4 and 3 for 3 from the line. Cade Lords played but did not score. Will Hamblin played, went 0 for 4 on threes, did not score in that first half. We'd like to see Will get going there in the second half. That would help a lot. Cruz Harris, 6 points on 3 for 5. And he missed the only free throw he attempted. So 7 for 8 from the line for the Indians. I missed that one. Titan Knapp played and did not score, and Caden Larson also played in that first half, did not score, went 0 for 2 on 3. So the Indians have had a lot of balanced scoring this year. They've had a lot of bench points, and so far Cruz with 6 points off the bench, but nothing yet from Caden that would help out too.
So 29-27, Blackfoot on top. The third quarter coming up right after this.
105.5 FM KACH.
Hi, we're Braden and Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
We're Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jan Stone with Northern Title of Preston, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Bill Chambers from North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Larson. I'm with HK Auto, and we are Dayton Proud and Idaho Strong.
We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Teams coming back onto the floor. Second half coming up just after this. However, so we get to have some scores we can pass along to you here as my phone decides it needs to recycle. Utah State losing at Boise State today, 82-59. Oregon beat Utah down in Salt Lake, 70-60. And the Utah Jazz fall at Chicago against the Bulls, 126-118. About 3 minutes gone in the second half. Idaho State and Weber State tied at 37 down in Ogden. So here we go. Ball belongs to the Broncos to start the second half as Deegan Hale has the ball up into the front court. He'll bounce it into the right corner as it comes to Botkin. Botkin drives the baseline, whip it back out inside. Copson lost it, and then it's held down low. Yep. It's going to go over to the Indians.
Cade Lords back in the game. He sat most of that first half. He picked up a couple of quick fouls and hit the bench, so he'll probably be on King again now that he's back in.
So here comes Hobbs up into the front court. Third quarter tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Nice backdoor look, and it's Hamlin with the layup and his first 2 points of the game, and we're tied again at 29.
Another nice assist from Tate Hess.
Out top, Botkin, top of the key. Swing it over on the right side to Copson. Down low, King has it along the baseline. Tries to go through a double team. Outside, it goes to Hale for three. Deegan Hale with his first points of the game, and it's 32-29. As Blackfoot jumps back on top on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Whip it back to Lords. Has it, bounces it down low to Hess. Hess goes up around King, no good. As he missed the little short jump gimme. As King down low, gets it down low to Reynolds and puts it up in a foul.
That's a bailout call. Reynolds just flailed his body into Hess, who's standing there.
Referees are absolutely incredulent tonight. That's 3 on Hess, and he's going to have to come back out. As Harris goes back in to check in. First one is good. You know, it's hard for the game to have any kind of a flow when the officials are calling 2 fouls each time down the floor.
Yeah, it makes it just very choppy and not nearly as fun for anybody involved.
Reynolds goes back to the free throw line. Tried the second. Makes it. He has 9 in the game, and it's a 4-point lead. Check that 5-point lead for the Broncos. 34-29 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Jones has it. 3-pointer in the right corner is good. Jones with another 3. He's got 13, and the game's back to 2 again. As Hale into the front court. It's funny. He tries to yell out the play for the team and has to take out his mouthpiece to do it as it comes to King, and he's fouled down low, and the foul will go on Lords.
Yeah.
So let's 3 now on Lords. A minute and 45 seconds into the third quarter, and already Preston with 2 fouls against them.
Yeah, Cade talking to the ref. It was clearly a foul, I thought, though. King was going up for the 2-hand dunk, and Lords comes up and knocks it away.
So here's King as he goes to the free throw line. Javante, who averages 15 and a half a game, has a dozen in the first half. Makes the free throw to give him 13. Tonight's game brought to you by Les Schwab Tire. Your one stop for tires, brakes, alignment, and more. Stop and see them at 1986 North Main Street in North Logan. King's second free throw is no good, and Harris has the rebound. So it's 35-32, a 3-point game with the Broncos on top. Back over to Larson in the right corner, doesn't shoot. Bring it back out top as it comes to Harris. Back to Larson again. Now free throw line extended right with King out on him. Larson will bring it back. Now back it back out at the top of the key. 13 on the shot clock for the Indians. As Larson holds, look for somebody to give it to. As he'll lob it down inside to Harris. Gets a couple of men up in the air, and then he's fouled going up.
They get Reynolds. They got 3. No, it's only 2 on Reynolds.
Just his second. First on Blackfoot in here in the second half, and Harris will go back to the free throw line. So here's Cruz at the line as his first one here is good. Harris with 7. Third quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend at 17 South State Street in Preston. Harris back to the free throw line again. His second rattles in and out, so it's a 2-point game, 35-33. Blackfoot leads on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. As Reynolds, top of the key, gives it to King, drives down the left side, lays it off down low. Reynolds slam dunk.
Reynolds got a little mismatch there. Drew Jones, the only one down there to check him.
So Hobbs will bring it back up into the front court here for the Indians. As Bodkin takes a couple of big whacks at him on the inside, as Hobbs gets a soft bounce inside and gets the basket, and it's 37-35. Copson up into the front court, driving, spinning in the paint, give it back outside again. It's driving inside, shot by Reynolds, no good. Bodkin with the rebound, yes. Wanted to come out, but fell back in, 39-35. Back by lead by 4 again. As it comes to Hobbs, 3-pointer from the left corner, that's no good. As Hale has it. Look down at the bench, Jones not happy. As Knapp is going to come back in here for the Indians. As Deegan Hale has it back up into the front court. He'll give it back to Bodkin. Down low in the paint. Back down again. Driving layup as King puts it back in immediately. He has 15 and the lead up to 6. Timeout Indians. 4:25 to play here in the third quarter in tonight's game. And this timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, if you want to stop in and check out the selections available in most sizes at Magnolia Road in downtown Preston. It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So Preston's ball out of the timeout. They trail 41-35. 4:20 to play here in the third quarter. Hobbs has it up into the front court as it comes to Jones on the angle right. He'll bring it back across the top of the key, hand it to Hobbs, and then Jones gets it right back. Back over to Hobbs, free throw line extended left. Comes to Knapp. Knapp almost got the ball twice, stolen away there by King, and able to get it away from him. As it comes back to Jones. Drew wants to drive all the way, has it stripped, and a late whistle and a foul. Blackfoot was headed back the other way when the whistle came from behind the play.
Yeah, the Indians could use a bucket here. I think they had the foul on 4 on King.
There's no indication. Nobody said anything about who the foul was on. As they get it in, and still no indication on who that foul was on. Harris has the ball, gets bumped, and a foul there, as that's going to be on Copson. Copson draws his first. Still no idea why they blew the whistle.
Yeah, I wonder if they just called a kick. That was the clarification the Blackfoot coach was asking for, a kick or foul, and I think he got an indication it was a kick.
So Hobbs has it for the Indians. Inside, Harris spins in the paint once, twice, gets Reynolds up in the air, gets the foul and the basket. Foul on Reynolds will be his third. That's 3 now on Blackfoot here in the half. As Harris picks up the points, he has 9 and will go to the free throw line to get Preston back to within 3 again.
Harris, just a sophomore. He's got a whole bag of tricks down there in the low post.
Cruz's free throw, too long, needs a bounce off the top of the board. That's no good. And here come the Broncos again back the other way as Bodkin hustles the ball into the front court, gives it off to King. And Javante, another travel and offensive foul.
Yep.
It's an illegal screen against Whitney. That's his third, and 4 against the Broncos. So 41-37, Preston down 3 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Quickly, they get it up into the front court. As Hamlin, a 3 from the corner, is short. As there's Harris, got the rebound and put it back in. 2-point game, driving all the way, and a foul on Harris.
Boy, it's too bad he'd lost the ball. I think he would have just turned it over had Harris not fouled him there.
Cruz draws the foul. That's just his first. 3 team fouls against the Indians here in the half. And Colby Bodkin will go back to the free throw line. Bodkin's pretty good when he gets there. He's only attempted 13 free throws on the year as he makes that one. He would now be 9 of 14 on the season, 64%.
And Bodkin, just a junior.
3-point game, look to extend that to 4. Missed it. King tapped the rebound but couldn't control it. As it comes to Harris. Now they got a break coming the other way. Odd man rush. Harris all the way. Lay it up and in. A little suicide play down at this end to try to get the ball and it missed, and it turned into a 5-on-4 fast break.
Yeah, Harris took advantage. Strong drive right to the rim.
Driving here all the way. Grimmett gives it to King in the corner. King slips and falls and goes down hard. As they'll keep control of the ball. Hale Hale, no, don't call a blocking foul as he threw it off in the corner to King. And King kind of hobbled just a little bit as he walks back across the court. So the foul goes against Jones. That's his second, 4 on the Indians. Lob it in, comes to King in the paint. Tries to shoot, can't. Get it back down low, back outside, looked at a 3, didn't take it. Now it's back to King on the right side, drives the baseline, and a blocking foul against the Indians.
And we get Hobbs trying to...
And another foul here against Cam. That'll be just 2 on him and 5 on the Indians. Well, let's see.
Yeah, you'd like to see him take one more step to the baseline and force King back to the middle rather than giving up that baseline.
They're trying to break the record for fouls called last in the first half of tonight's game. As the shot there put up and in by Bodkin. Yeah. 2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter and already 9 fouls called. This is ridiculous. As it comes to Harris up into the front court. Get it back to Hobbs. Whip it over to Jones. A 3-pointer from the corner. No good. Up high. It's Knapp with the rebound, and he's tied up and fouled. Five team fouls now on each team. Colby Bodkin called for the foul. That'll be his third. As the officials come over to talk to the scorers table. Clint Avery, you probably hear him in the background yelling, there's no way that could be on 14. He wasn't anywhere near the play. As Preston will have the ball, baseline front court, 28 seconds on the shot clock. Hobbs will bring it in. Officials finally put the ball into play as they get it inside down low to Harris. Harris wants to back in, gets a couple of guys up in the air. His shot's no good. King has the rebound there. He'll push up out of the backcourt. Up, comes across the timeline. Slow it off to Bodkin. His 3 is no good. Long rebound picked up by Grimmett. He'll give it back to Deegan Hale again. He'll hold it there on the fresh shot clock. Comes back to King. To Grimmett over on the far side. Lob it inside to King. Down low in the paint. Put it up. Missed it. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up again. It goes and a foul.
King with a big size advantage. Everybody around him there.
They're going to call that foul on Hobbs, and that's going to be 3 on Cam. 6 on the Indians.
We'll get Hess back in there to try to restore some order in the low post. Harris and Hamblin come out.
What did we have fouls in the first quarter? Was it 12?
It was 14 fouls. Yeah, it was 15 to 15 score and 14 fouls.
Well, yeah. we're at 11 and still have 2 minutes left in the quarter as King misses the free throw. Here comes Hobbs back up into the front court for the Indians. 46-41. 5-point lead. They lob the ball inside. It's over the head of Hess and taken away again by the Broncos. As they give it back to Deegan Hale. Hale slowly brings the ball up to the front court to King. Swing it back down in the corner to Bodkin. Bodkin back out top to Whitney. Swing it to Hale on the angle left. Looks down inside, can't go there, so he'll again back it back out. Shot clock down to 13. Bodkin drives, throws it down low. Grimmett has his shot blocked and then a foul. Unbelievable. That's 12 fouls now, as that's going to go on Knapp. And that's 17 fouls against the Indians here in the quarter. So for the final 9 minutes and 19 seconds of regulation, Blackfoot will shoot 1-and-1s.
Yeah, Coach Jones trying to get some kind of explanation. I'm not sure there is one for that call, but goes on Knapp.
And Grimmett back to the free throw line. First one is good. Foul on Knapp was his first. Reynolds back into the game. Jess Robinson into the game as well. 47-41. There's a 6-point lead. And Grimmett will try another free throw. That one's no good. Tapped away by Knapp. He goes to get it. Gives it back to Larson. Larson gives it to Hobbs. Back up into the front court. Hobbs Takes it into the left corner, bounce it down low. That's kicked, though, by Botkin, and it's going to stay with the Indians. 23 seconds left on the shot clock, 1:07 left in the quarter. Hobbs waiting, gives it to Jones in the right corner. Dribbles it out of the corner, spins in the paint, fall away jumper. I think it was partially blocked as it came up short as it comes back to Gourmet. Gourmet will give it off to Robinson, back up into the front court in the final minute here of quarter number 3. Botkin swings it around all the way back to Robinson again on the right side. Tries to penetrate, stops, and now gives it back to Reynolds at the top of the key. 44 on the shot on the game clock. 14 seconds on the game clock as that ball's tapped out of bounds as Gourmet tried to pass it down the baseline and Preston got a hand on it.
Yeah, and this is one of those situations that with the shot clock now, they have to do something. Otherwise, they'd run out the last 40 seconds, try to get the last shot of the quarter, but only 13 left on the shot clock here for the Broncos.
Botkin will bring it into the baseline front court here for Blackfoot. Comes in, swing it to Robinson, top of the key. On the angle right. Now goes down on the right side. Driving all the way, lay it up and in. Nice move by Botkin as he got another easy walk to the basket. Blackfoot by 8, 49-41, 25 seconds to play in the quarter. Hobbs, Knapp bounces up to get it, comes to Jones in the corner. Jones fakes the 3, wants to drive, and he's fouled as Robinson was riding his hip all the way to the bucket.
So that'll be, I think, on the floor, not shooting, so.
That's 6 now on Blackfoot, 13 fouls in the quarter. As Hobbs will get it in with 13 seconds left here in the quarter. As it comes to Larson, his jumper, that's no good. As the rebound up high, taken down by Whitney. Intercepted by Jones with 5 seconds left. Goes to Larson back in the corner again. Tries to get it down low. As the ball taken away, Botkins puts it up, no good. And the bench in unison yells out, and there should have been a foul, and the assistant coach jumped up and ran into the official. And now he's warning the bench. Should not be a warning, should be a technical foul. 8-point game as we go to the fourth, 49-41, Blackfoot on top. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball. We'll go to the fourth right after this.
105.5 FM, KACH.
Hi, we're Braden and Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
We're Preston proud and Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Jan Stone with Northern Title of Preston, and we are Preston proud, Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Bill Chambers from North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, and we are Preston proud and Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Larson. I'm with HK Auto, and we are Dayton proud and Idaho strong.
We're Preston proud, Idaho strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, we go to the fourth quarter tonight. Preston trailing by 8 as they were outscored in the quarter, 20-14. 49-41. Blackfoot leads as we start the fourth. Blackfoot has it to open the quarters. King back onto the floor. Give it back to Reynolds. Down low. Easy layup again as once again they get it to Whitley. And Whitley's got another easy bucket down low. The thing is, you can't play defense. You don't know what they're going to call or not.
Yeah, exactly.
As here comes Hobbs, driving, kick it back outside. Hamlin for 3. Good. His first of the game. 51-44. And quickly, nobody covers Whitney down the floor as he breaks away for an easy layup. 53-44, a 9-point game again. Jones gives it back to Hamlin. Looks at a 3, doesn't take it. Goes around King, kicks it back outside to Jones. From the free throw line, can't elevate. Waiting, holding, gives it back to Hess. Hess drives, put it up and in. They call everything, but Hess takes a couple of hard bumps on his way to the basket with no calls. As King brings it back up into the front court. They'll hold it there as Deegan Hale comes to get it. Deegan holds it top of the key. Come back to King. top of the key. Swing it back over to Robinson on the right side. He tries to drive, gets cut off by Lords back into the game. Back to Hale again, top of the key. 7 seconds on the shot clock as they get it down low. As inside offensive foul. They finally called one as Dax Whitney ran over Tate Hess, and that's going to be 4 on him.
Yeah, Whitney, 6'5", junior, a little out of control on that drive. Hess got right in good position.
So 53-46, a 7-point game. And here comes Hobbs back up into the front court. Each team now with 17 fouls, so they'll shoot 1-and-1s. Hobbs all the way, has his shot blocked by Whitney, taken away by Whitney. He'll give it back to Robinson, who brings it back up into the front court. Pulls it up, gives it back to Whitney at the top of the key. He'll give it back to Hale. Deegan holds it there. Comes back to Whitney. Almost had it stolen from behind. Robinson for 3 from the corners. An air ball as Whitney had it, and his own man ran into him, and then he got it back and put it in. Whitney tried to go up, and Reynolds came across from behind and ran into him and knocked the ball away.
Unfortunately, the Indians couldn't capitalize. Now Hess really battling for position down there if they can find him.
Hobbs down low. I'll tell you what, Whitney reaches out and grabs onto him like a wrestling hold as comes around the screen, and a whistle and timeout called by Jones on the bench. 5:31 left here in the fourth quarter. 55-46, a 9-point game. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Tonight's game brought to you by Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. Fourth quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Papa Jay's Jerky and Deli in Clifton. Remember, you can order their quality jerky online at papajays.com. Preston ball underneath, 5:31 to play. They trail by 9 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard, 51-46 as it comes into Hess. His little short jumper is no good. Reynolds with the rebound. Tell you what, between Whitney and Reynolds, they are in Hess's head.
Yeah, they're both about 6'5", athletic, good leapers, making it tough on him.
Yeah, he's shooting everything too hard as it comes to Robinson. Back down low on the paint. Down low as Bodkin gets the layup. And, of course, a foul called by the officials. And the foul is going to go on Hobbs, I believe.
Yeah, I think they'll get Cam his third.
As can't hear the officials, and the clock operator tonight is having a hard time keeping up. He's not. Now he finally puts it on the scoreboard as the foul is on Hobbs, and it'll be his fourth. So 55-46 as Bodkin will go to the free throw line to try to make it a 10-point lead with 5:09 to play. Shot no good. Harris up high with the rebound. Gives it off to Hobbs. Hobbs will bring it up into the front court here for the Indians. Top of the key, hands it to Jones as they switch positions. Now Jones on the angle right, looks at a three, puts it up, no good. Long rebound is controlled there by Hamblin. Kick it back in the front court. Hobbs has a three-pointer, this time from the right corner, short. Lay it down low. Harris gets King up in the air, layup in. Cruz Harris got King on his back. Had to make sure he go up and get the shot. 57-48. Comes back out top again as it comes to Reynolds. Swing it to King. Back down low, inside Capson, and travel. Yep, left his feet, sure did.
The old up and down. Indians needed that stop, got one. Let's see if we can get a bucket here.
Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care that you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. Preston ball in the backcourt. Hale there with just a little bit of pressure, just kind of hanging out. As Preston will get the ball up into the front court. They'll try to trap it as it gets into the front court. Jones stops short. Now finally gives it to Harris. In the corner, it goes to Hamlin. Hamlin, one bounce dribble, three-pointer, good. Wanted to come out, but it stayed in. 57-51, 4 minutes to play. Preston trailing by 6 as it comes to King up in the front court. Comes back out top to Hale. Deegan holds it there. Back to Bodkin on the angle right. Bodkin wants to penetrate, stops, pulls up for 3 and hits it. Opens the lead back up to 9 again. It's 60-51 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Harris, top of the key, looks inside, nothing there. Back to Hamlin, another 3, no good. As the rebound comes off to Hale. Deegan will bring the ball back up in the front court. 3:20 to play here in the fourth. Knocked down, taken away. Jones has it. Drew all the way, driving on Hale. Hale reaches out and grabs him. As
Drew says, I'm shooting.
That should be an intentional foul. He reached out and threw a bear hug on him.
Yeah, so Drew will go to the line, but I don't know if it's 1-1 or 2 shots.
Foul on Hale will be his second. Each team now with 8 team fouls. I'm going to say 1-1.
Bonus 1-1.
As Jones will go to the free throw line. Drew tonight with 13 points. Make it 14 as he makes the first. Tonight is the 9th game of the year for Jones where he's reached double figures. 9 of 14.
Yeah, 3:15 to go. If the Indians are going to make a move, now's the time. Got to ratchet up that defensive pressure.
Jones, second one, good again. Drew now with 15 in the game as he makes both free throws. Bodkin quickly up into the front court, and he threw it into the band. Threw it over Javonte King's head and into the first row of the Preston band.
Mr. Manning there, the band director, got a paw on it.
So Preston can get a little closer now with 3:05 to play. Hobbs waiting for someone to come up to meet the ball as it comes to Jones in the backcourt. Jones gets it up across the timeline with 2:57 left. Coach Jones yells out instructions from the bench as Drew comes across the top of the key. He'll back it back out. 13 seconds on the shot clock. 2:45 to play in the quarter. Back to Jones. Jones holding. Bounce it down low to Hess. Tried to hand off. They do. As a blocking foul on King as Harris tried to drive. And Javonte took the dive and the officials say no.
Yeah, that's one of those block charge calls. I didn't think King got set. I don't think he established defensive position before he took the shot from Cruz Harris.
So Cruz will go to the free throw line here and get Preston back a little bit closer. Get him back to within a handful. First one. Good. Cruz was 16 in the game, and tonight's game brought to you by North Star's Ultimate Outdoors at the north end of the city of Preston, located right there on State Street. Harris will try to get him a little bit closer. Cruz's second is short as the rebound is off, taken down by Whitney. Whitney gives it to Hale, who take his time coming up into the front court. Says we'll run play number 3. As he looks down the right side, left side, give it off to King. Back out top to Bodkin. Now back to King again. Inside it goes to Reynolds. Slam dunk. Timeout. Full timeout taken by Blackfoot with 2:18 to play as the lead expands out to 8 points again. 62-54 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball. We'll be right back. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
.218 to play, 62-54. The Broncos have a lead. Preston has the ball in the backcourt after the timeout. Full court pressure again put on here by Blackfoot. As it comes to Hobbs, back into the corner handle. That's knocked up away by King. As it'll stay with the Indians now with 2:08 to play.
So Indians don't necessarily need a three, Dan, but they just need a good shot. And then they need to stop on the other end.
26 seconds on the shot clock. 2:08 to play in the game in regulation. As the ball comes into to Hess. Wants to drive all the way, lay it up, foul. It won't go down for him. Who are they going to give the foul to? It's going to go on.
Everybody on the Preston bench calling for basket interference. The shot should count, but no indication from the refs that way.
Fouls on King. That's his fourth. And Hess to the free throw line. No good. Too long. Naylor Insurance brings you tonight's game for your home, health, life, or auto. It's Naylor Insurance, 223 North State Street in Preston. Hess back to the free throw line again. And he missed them both as the rebound is off to Whitney. Whitney gives it to Bodkin up into the front court to King. Javante drives, goes for the dunk, and he missed it. He complains he should have been a foul. Get up and play defense, Javante. Back to Jones. His three is no good. Harris has the rebound down low in the paint. Spins, throws it up at the basket. Blocking foul as this is going to go against Bodkin. That's 4 on him.
Blackfoot fans can't believe no foul call when King tried to dunk it. And then Cruz picks up one going to the hoop on the other side. Ref come over and put his arm around the coach. Say, well, coach, here's how it went.
He spent more time over here with his arm around the coach than people on right. eHarmony.
Right.
So here's Harris at the line. I mean no discouraging words about eHarmony. As the first one by Harris is good. Cruz has 17, and it's 62-55. Harris trying to wipe the perspiration off his arm. Maybe had a little bit of blood. Yes.
Oh, they see some blood on the jersey.
Get a little bit of a towel. He's got a little bit of a cut on the inside of his right arm on the bicep. So want to just wipe it off. Make sure he's okay. There's Dave Allred standing right there. Make sure everything's good to go. And Harris will go back to the free throw line. 7-point Blackfoot lead with 1:44 to play. 62-55. Harris's second free throw. Good. He makes them both. He has 18 in the game, leads the Indians in scoring today. 62-56, a 6-point game. Up in the front court quickly, it comes to Reynolds. Back outside to Hale. Hale will hold it there as he gives it back to Bodkin. Bodkin back to Reynolds in the corner. Hale won't shoot that. They'll let the clock run as the shot clock down to 13. They give it back to King. 1:20 on the game clock. Timeout called by the Blackfoot Broncos. 1:18 to play. 62-56 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Once again, this is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
.118 to play. Preston trailing by 6, 62-56. Blackfoot with 10 team fouls, so Preston will shoot 2 if they get fouled. Preston only with 8 team fouls, so Blackfoot will still be in the 1-1 as it comes to King on the left side. Tries to dribble between his feet. Take it back in the corner. Hale for 3. No. Rebound comes off to Harris. Try to get it up in the front court to Hess. Hess chases it down in the right corner. Spins down low along the baseline. And now they decide not to call anything and swallow their whistles as it comes back to Bodkin back in the front court. Back to Whitney. Inside a minute to play. Down low and a foul here on Hess. That's 9 team fouls on the Indians and 4 on Tate Hess.
Yeah, that's too bad. The Indians could have cut that lead to 4. They could have converted on the last trip down. Now they're looking at getting extended out again by Blackfoot.
Reynolds, first free throw is good. He has 14 in the game, and it's 63-56, back to a 7-point game again. That makes it a 3-possession game with 52 seconds left, as Reynolds makes them both. And Preston's got to get some quality shots and play some defense. As it comes back up in the front court to Hobbs. Hobbs to Hamlin, looks at a 3, no good. Inside, rebound taken down there as it comes to Reynolds. Reynolds tries to give it off to Hagan as it comes to Bodkin. Might as well foul, you got nothing to lose as Hodgkin falls down. Give it to King now right in front of the bench. Hess comes way out on him. King lays it off down low, put it up, no. King with the putback, yes.
Yeah, didn't get the box out.
They wasted 45 seconds not fouling down here at the other end. Hobbs down low off the glass, no. Comes back to Hamlin. Hamlin puts it up. That's no good. As the rebound again is off with 6 seconds with 5 as the Broncos are going to win the game here as Preston lets the clock run out. And it's a 10-point final, 66-56. As the officials, 20 fouls in the first half, 19 fouls in the second half. And I'll tell you what, Whitney came out and was yelling something at the officials, and the officials told him to get his butt off the court. And the officials now will start to walk off. 66-56 final. Stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction postgame show will come up right after this. Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires, stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now stay tuned for the Rouse Construction postgame show coming up next.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Rouse Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Welcome back here to the postgame show, brought to you by Rouse Construction as the Broncos from Blackfoot come in and beat the Indians by 10 here this evening. Final score 66-56. Game of rough, wild, kind of out of control there for a while as well.
About what we expected. I think Blackfoot was able to speed up the Indians and hurry them into their shots. They killed us on the offensive glass, sending their big athletic guys to the offensive boards time and time again. They got a lot of putback points. That was not ideal. And part of that was Hess and Lords being in foul trouble. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, the Indians only put up 56, which is below their normal average. And as we talk about the stats a little bit later, just didn't quite make enough shots, particularly from the three-point line tonight. And that, I think, was ultimately the Indians' undoing.
It's we mentioned it earlier in the game. It's hard to get a rhythm, and it's hard to play when there are so many whistles every time up and down the floor. The officials, not counting the turnovers, just the fouls that called in the game. 39 fouls between the two teams.
Yeah, and that plays to Blackfoot's advantage. That's the type of style they like, is that just helter-skelter. I think they're willing to live with some turnovers on their end if they can create some on your end type of team. And all that choppy play, I think, disrupted the Indians' offensive rhythm, and that showed up in a lot of the missed shots. But great game by Cruz Harris, his probably best game of the year, and I think had he not had a really strong game, the final score would have been even a little worse.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, as you mentioned, Cruz with 18 points. That is a new season high for him. Jones with double figures again, now for the 9th time this year. So there were some superlatives there to talk about, but just not enough for the Indians.
Yeah, just not quite enough at the end of the day, and this is one, you just regroup and learn from. You don't have time to sit around and mope. You got to go play Pocatello next week in a really critical district game. As we saw last year, who has home court advantage in the district tournament is really a big deal. It's huge. Right. And so you have to hold serve on your place and try to steal one at the other guy's place.
Well, Blackfoot's now beaten Preston 2 times in a row. Preston falls to 11-3 overall on the year, as Blackfoot now is 5-4 on the season. Take a time out. We'll come back and look at the final stats from the game right after this. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, let's take a look at the scoring from tonight's game, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, at 208-852-2364. For the Blackfoot Broncos, who come away victorious tonight over the Indians, it was Jackson Grimmett who had 2 points in the game. Javante King finished with 18. Deegan Hale had 3. Dax Whitney finished the game with 10, including a couple of big dunks. Colby Bodkin had 15 in the game. 15 also for Ryan Reynolds down low, as the game was back and forth early on, featured a total of 6 ties in the game and 7 lead changes. But once the Broncos got the lead late in the second quarter, never really let it go after that.
Yeah, for the Indians, Dan, I'll hit the individual scoring first. Cam, and I'll stay up front. I think I missed a three-pointer somewhere, but of course my stats are unofficial as always. Cam Hobbs goes 3 for 7 on twos, 0 for 4 on threes for 6 points. Drew Jones goes 0 for 1 on twos, only 1 2-point attempt for Drew, 2 for 9 on threes, and 6 for 7 from the line for 12 points, although I think he actually had 13. Tate Hess goes 3 for 8 and 3 for 5 from the line for 9. Cade Lords played barely. He had a lot of foul trouble. He didn't play a lot of minutes. He goes 0 for 1 and doesn't score. Will Hamblin goes 1 for 2 on twos, 2 for 9 on threes for 8 points. Cruz Harris tonight, big lift off the bench for the Indians. For Cruz, he goes 7 for 10 and 4 for 8 from the line for those 18 points. Caden Larson played, did not score. He goes 0 for 2 and 0 for 2 on threes. If you look at the team scoring, the Indians go 14 out of 31 on 2-point field goals, so not too bad there. 13 for 20 from the line for 65%. The downfall tonight, Dan, 4 for 24 on 3-pointers, and even if I missed one, 5 for 24, this ain't a whole lot better. So 4 for 24 on threes. Ultimately, the Indians' undoing is they were tied 15-15 after one. They were down 2 at half, 27-29. They were down 8 at the end of 3, 41-49. And then they lose the game tonight 56-66.
Yeah, other than the first quarter when they were tied, they were outscored in every quarter after that. So,
yeah, just didn't quite make enough shots. And credit Blackfoot's defense for some of that, for sure. They played tough defense. As we mentioned, they blocked. A few of those 3 misses were blocks by the Broncos.
Yep. I don't think we'll see Coach Jones coming up, as no one's come out of the locker room as of yet, so we'll take our last time out and come back, have some final thoughts for you right after this.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837. It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, starting to see some of the players coming out of the locker room, but you'll see Coach Jones, Lyle. So let's go ahead and press forward.
Yep.
Let's get the final thoughts for you before we say goodnight.
Tough loss. You don't want to lose at home, obviously, to a team that, we'll see again here in 13 days and possibly at state if we make it to state. But you just have to put this one in the rearview mirror, learn from it, clean up some of those miscues, and get ready to jump into the schedule next week, as the Indians will be at Pocatello for the next game in really, really critical district games. They've put this one behind. Just come out and play your best against Pocatello, and figure that those shots will even out from the three-point line, and those. Even if the Indians make a couple, 2 or 3 more threes tonight, it's a much different ballgame. So.
I know the Indians had a busy schedule here of late, but that game against Pocatello next week is their only game now for the next 12 days.
Yeah, and that I don't know if they planned the schedule that way on purpose, but we talked about in the pregame they had 3 games last week. 3 games this week, and with a game Thursday night. Not a lot of time to prepare for this pressing Bronco team, but that's okay. I mean, you can play who's in front of you, you line them up and you play them, but you just have to make a few more shots and clean up some of those miscues.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time, and as always, and we'll see you next time.
Great to be with you.
That's Lyle Fuller, and that's we're going to wrap up our coverage here for tonight. The next game for the Preston Indians, as we mentioned, is next Wednesday, when the Indians open conference play when they take on the Pocatello Thunder at the Pit in Pocatello. The Cumble Cookie pregame show will start at 7, tip-off at 7:30, and always you can catch the game here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. Our next broadcast will be next Tuesday when the Preston Lady Indians are home here against the Century Diamondbacks. That'll wrap up our coverage. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. The associate producer is Cody Olson. Our floor director tonight was Don Hubbard. Our video coordinator, John Slaughter, and our studio coordinator back at KACH was John Beverly. To remind you of the final score, the Blackfoot Broncos beat the Preston Indians by the final score of 66-56. Until next time, for Lyle Fuller, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for joining us on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team production of Preston Indian Basketball on KACH and mylocalradio.com from here at Preston Gym. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.